Hey guys, how you going? Ray here from WrestleChats. Yes, this is my very first episode and my very first Raw edition. What do you guys think of the layout? So doing this from my personal residence at home. Hopefully you guys are going to like it and I'm giving it to you. It's a little bit raw, but always room for improvement. It's definitely nothing like the Sharpy shed. I'll give it my best, so let's start this off. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Ray here from WrestleChats. I'm fantastic, Sharpy, and how are you? Yeah, this is weird to me. I'm not used to this. Where's my... Anyway, guys, all right, let's kick it off. So, guys, I'm going to review today Raw that was started off on June the 2nd. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed where Raw is actually heading before we get into Money in the Bank, or where Raw is heading even the last couple of weeks. Hell, I'm just enjoying Raw and the wrestling experience that WWE always take us down this road. So, let's kick it off, shall we? To start off the actual show, we had Michael Cole and Pat McAfee going back and forth explaining to us that they had a bet going on between who would win out of the NBA. So Michael Cole did have to take off his dress shirt and he did reveal underneath it a tank top. The crowd absolutely hated it as soon as Michael Cole had his Pacers jersey on underneath it. It was absolutely hilarious as soon as Pat McAfee said, "You look like a real asshole, Michael Cole." He just kicked it off. Great way to start the show. It just made the whole tone of the show just exciting. And everything that we want out of WWE. So then all of a sudden the music hit. CM Punk comes down to the ring. Guys, you got to love CM Punk. We all know Sharpy is a massive fan of CM Punk. CM Punk comes down, basically does his bit. He's an absolute mastermind on the mic. The man never disappoints. Telling us all that he's going to win Money in the Bank for the, third? Fourth time? I don't know. Sharpy, you tell us, mate. So we know that CM Punk is definitely gunning for a title at some stage. I think he's going to get it. When he's going to get that, I really don't know at the present moment, guys. But what do you think? Leave a comment below. Do you think CM Punk's going to get a title sometime this year or maybe next year? CM Punk does his thing just when he's about to wrap it up. Sami Zayn's music hits. Whoa, whoa. Gotta love Sami Zayn. He's an absolute pro at what he does on the mic, in the ring. His whole look, everything about him, he just absolutely oozes professionalism. I loved it how CM Punk started singing along to Sami Zayn's music as well. It's something that's so rare that you never get to see, but I love it that one superstar is a fan of another superstar, and if they're genuinely best friends in real life, I think that's a great thing too. So if you can sit back and enjoy another friend's entrance music, that is awesome. They go back and forth in the ring a little bit. CM Punk does stand his ground. Sami does say to him a little bit, listen, you have to win tonight. If you don't win, we know Seth Rollins is going to take us down a road that we don't want the WWE to go down. Sami's really putting a lot of pressure on Punk here to make sure that he wins his Money in the Bank championship match, to go into a championship match, I should say, sorry. And you can tell that Punk's just really holding his own. Punk saying, don't worry, mate, I've got this under control. Everything's completely fine. Then Sami gets up into Punk's face a little bit more and says to him, when you do win Money in the Bank, when you do win that title, we're going to have a total different conversation and I will be coming after you. I did like this from Sami Zayn. Now, my next question to you guys is, are we ever going to see a Sami Zayn heel turn? Because I know that I want to see it. Now, we did get a Sami Zayn heel turn many years ago of the conspiracy theory, you know, the army hat that he's wearing with all of his camo gear on. It was good. I liked it where Sami was taking us down that road. It was convincing. I got pulled into that storyline that he was doing. But I really want to see a real mastermind, a real sleazy, real dirty, real bad tricks, you know, a lot of low blows from Sami Zayn. We also know that Sami Zayn has been in this industry for many, many years, just like John Cena, and can master being a massive heel if he wants to do so, just like John Cena. How John Cena's coming out, being quiet, telling us the truth between the relationship that you have from the WWE crowd to John Cena over the years is something that's just a toxic relationship. I would like Sami Zayn to go somewhere down that path, but then take it in a different sort of road or a different sort of route instead of going down the exact same, let's give us a bit of a turn. And Sami, what have you got in store for us? I would be excited about seeing Sami Zayn's heel turn. That's just me personally. Anyway, moving on, guys, shall we? The next match that we had coming up, the triple threat match, what an awesome match. Liv Morgan versus Ivy Nile, who's just a pro. I am loving everything that Ivy Nile's got to touch upon nowadays. Even with American-made, Ivy Nile stuck out in the crowd to me. Even when Ivy Nile was in NXT, all of her matches that were in NXT were great back then. I'm not saying they were fantastic. I'm saying that they were great. And now with the debut of Stephanie Valkyria, oh wow, guys, what more can you say about Stephanie Valkyria? She only just recently lost the NXT Championship, but before then was just putting in so much work to lead up to her Raw debut. She deserves it. Guys, everything that this girl has been touching, this lady has been touching over the last couple of months is just pure gold. She deserves the spot that she's in on the main card, and I could not applaud this lady any louder for what she has done. Banger of a match. Let's get into the match, guys. To me, I would definitely say the standout in it is Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan is the MVP of this match for me. There's a couple of times throughout the match where you can definitely see that Stephanie and Liv are a little bit stagnant, but then you also see that Liv sort of picks up the pieces, showing her true vintage, showing her true mastermind, showing her true way that she can just keep a match moving. I really enjoyed it. And I did love the match, and the outcome of it was a huge surprise to me. Stephanie Valkyria, who only debuted, has now got her spot in the Money in the Bank match. I know she's going to put it a banger of a match. I know she's going to hold her own because we've seen her do it over the last couple of months. But then to get a spot in Money in the Bank, like I said, guys, took me by surprise. But best of luck to her. I loved everything that she's done. So, moving on now. The next segment that we did have was Paul Heyman and AJ Styles. Paul Heyman basically comes out and says to AJ Styles, AJ, why don't you just step back, let Seth Rollins win Money in the Bank, do what he needs to do. AJ Styles then said, I'm not intimidated by you. I don't like threats. I will go after Dominic Mysterio in the Intercontinental Championship at some stage, but then I'm going to focus on my match. To me, guys, this was just like a wasted screen time almost. Paul Heyman is an absolute mastermind. I don't really know why he then got teamed up with or paired up with AJ Styles. They could have done something completely different there, but that's just my opinion. If you guys agree, if you don't agree, please leave your comments below and let me know. Moving on to the next segment. So then we have a Rusev promo and a Sheamus promo. I love Sheamus, guys. Bangers after bangers after bangers. Are you not entertained? I love Sheamus. He's always been my boy since day one. So to see these promos from Rusev was absolutely great, and the man is looking fantastic now compared to what he used to look like before. He's dropped a lot of weight, so I'm really looking forward to the new Rusev and what he's going to bring out. And then Sheamus, well, Sheamus always puts on bangers after bangers after bangers. So these two going up against each other, I am so excited for this match. I'm so excited to see what these two big meaty men are going to pull out and show us. I'm hoping it's not going to be a slow slugger of a match. I'm hoping it's going to be a really good match that we can get into it. Some very heavy, hard hits, some hard falls from both of the parties, and to see where things go down the track of maybe a longer feud. I would love to see that, guys. So I'm excited for that, me personally. But hey, you never know what road WWE are going to take us down. But I'm definitely looking forward to it. Moving on to the next one, guys. Judgment Day versus the Viking Raiders. Judgment Day, I love Judgment Day. JD McDonough, to me, has just been standing out so much. And even before he did get injured in his ribs, and even before he did take a backflip and smash his face into the announce table or his ribs, whatever it was, JD McDonough is only getting better and better in my view of what this man's going to do. Do I think he's WrestleMania main event worthy? No, I do not. Do I think he is main event, WrestleMania mid-card, still the show worthy? Yes, I do. Guys, JD McDonough, I absolutely love him. Teaming up with Finn Balor as well. These guys have always toured throughout the years together. Finn Balor is just a mastermind, a veteran, so good at what he does. You can see that his ways that he was running this match from time to time. You even see him saying something to the Viking Raiders a few times about how the match is going to keep flowing. Awesome. Viking Raiders, I can't take anything away from these guys. These guys are really, really good. Two big meaty men. I still think that they've got maybe a year and a half left until they really come into their true form of where they should be. For me, Viking Raiders, you guys can agree or not agree, I don't know. to me, Viking Raiders just aren't there yet. If you're going to say it, in my opinion, guys, I'm going to say it where I think that if you got a team like Viking Raiders and you got a team like the Street Profits, to me, Street Profits are always going to be that little bit better. Hence why the Street Profits do have their tag team titles around their waist. Let's not get onto the Street Profits though. Let's stay onto the match. Love the match. Absolutely great match. Didn't really understand why the New Day were out there, but in saying so, you could just see how good the New Day are, that they don't need to be in the ring, and they still pull the attention of the crowd, and they still pull the attention of the cameras, and just Xavier Woods, what he says on the mic, every time he gets the mic, just an absolute mastermind. Kofi Kingston, I do love you, brother. I really, really do, and what you've done is absolutely fantastic. But to me, you are getting onto that veteran type of stage, where me, personally, I think the veterans need to go back a little bit, and they need to let the youngins come forwards and do what they need to do. Why don't we see a good run by Xavier Woods for a singles run? Why don't we see Xavier Woods get pushed to the main card that little bit more? Yes, he did one King of the Ring a few years ago, which kind of got stomped out by the Roman Reigns era of the Tribal Chief. Not really complaining. I do love my Tribal Chief. Yes, I do. But guys, I just think that Xavier Woods has got one more good run in him. Maybe give him the Intercontinental. I don't know. That's just me personally. Guys, I did love this match. I did like the interference at the end there by Roxanne Perez as well. So I'm loving how Finn Balor has brought on Roxanne Perez into the new Judgment Day and trying to bring in Roxanne to maybe stir up the pot a little bit with Liv Morgan and with Dominic Mysterio. I'm loving this new type of almost conniving type of Finn Balor that we're seeing as he's stirring the pot amongst Judgment Day. I think it's fantastic, guys. I'm loving Roxanne Perez as well. Now that she's come into the main card, she was sort of getting a little bit lost there, but now I think she's really honed in on the whole Judgment Day storyline, and I'm loving it. Each time that I see her on the screen with Judgment Day, I'm like, yes, here we go. Here's something else that Roxanne Perez can just really spread her wings and get into a little bit more. Guys, I'm loving what Roxanne Perez does. If I haven't said it also already, I'm a big fan of what she's doing right now and what she did do in the past. But I will be the first to admit, when she first came onto the scene, I didn't have high hopes from her. I know, Sharpy, I know, mate. You've always told me from day one, give Roxanne Perez a shot. Didn't really want to do it, but yes, I am a Roxanne Perez fan. All right, guys, moving on. Enough about her. So the next thing that we did see was Stephanie Valcour, who only just made her debut, come face to face with our girl, Rhea Ripley, Marmy. Marmy's always going to be on top. As soon as Marmy's face hit the screen, wow, the whole crowd just erupted, and you could hear the whole crowd too. Marmy just said, shook her hand, good luck, I'll see you on Saturday. You gotta love Marmy. Everybody loves Marmy. The whole crowd loves Marmy. Even like the whole world loves Marmy. I'm a South Australian boy myself and Sharpy, South Australian boys. So we do love our Marmy. Marmy's always on top. Rhea Ripley, will you win Money in the Bank? I honestly don't have any predictions yet, guys. Hopefully stay tuned and I'll tell you and let you know soon of who my Money in the Bank prediction is. Okay, guys, moving on to the next one. It was a Becky Lynch promo and a Lara Valkyria promo as they come out. This is where my review might get a little bit sour. Sorry guys, I'm not a fan of these two girls on the mic. I'm really not. I don't mean to be so negative about it. Becky Lynch, you're so good. Your in-ring work is just fantastic. I've always loved you in the ring. You've just been awesome. And the way that you make the match flow and you can get big hits done to you and you still continue on doing what you're meant to be doing. Love your in-ring work. But I'm going to say this right now. The man, Becky Lynch, please put the microphone down because I'm just not a fan. And unfortunately, Lara Valkyria, I do love your entrance. Woo! Woo! I love the entrance and I love everything that you're bringing in ring work. I'm not a massive fan of what you're doing on the microphone just yet. You've still got a few more years. I just feel like you're almost a little bit nervous in a way. And you kind of just need to relax and find yourself a little bit more and not have to try to idolize people like Becky Lynch, who may be a little bit lost on the mic. All right, guys, getting away from my negativity, let's move on to the next thing. The next thing right now, there was a video package of Penta. Love Penta. Love everything that Penta has done. As soon as he stepped onto the screen for the very, very first time, I love Penta. And I know, guys, that I talk to about wrestling at work and then out in my normal personal socializing life. Everybody loves Penta. So what Penta's going to bring to the table for many, many years for WWE, I'm so excited about. And hopefully you guys are excited about too. But will Penta win Money in the Bank? Stay tuned, guys, because my predictions will be coming up. I think I might hold it back to wait till I've got Sharpy next to me, and we'll let you know what our predictions are, guys. So moving on, Jey Uso. Yeet! Sami Zayn, I love the entrance of it. Jey Uso then puts the glasses on Sami Zayn, pokes him in the eye a little bit, and they both go down and do the yeet thing. Jey Uso isn't just over with the WWE Universe. Jey Uso is over with the whole bloody world. Everybody loves Jey Uso. His look is fantastic. How much he's bulked up and how much better he's looked since he's been the champ is fantastic. So you could just sort of say that this man is not only putting in work in WWE, this man is putting in work in the gym. This man's just trying to be the best champion that we know he can be. And we know that we want him to be. The new tats up the neck look fantastic too. Jey Uso is on another level. Jey Uso is not main event Jey Uso. To me, Jey Uso is WrestleMania main event Jey Uso for everything that he's just been a part of for the last year and a half. I can't speak any highly of the man. So good. Sami Zayn always brings it as well. Always brings excitement. Unfortunately, he was a little bit undershadowed by how much the crowd was going off to the yeet movement. I should say that. He's looked like he was a little bit lost at times. Sami's still an absolute pro. Love what he's done. The tag team match. Sami Zayn, Jey Uso versus Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker. Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker, two of my most favorite wrestlers right now in the world of WWE, guys. I was beyond excited for this match. Just like a little kid, like just jittery of what I was looking forward to. Bronson Reed comes out just looking mean, just looking focused, just looking bigger than he's ever looked before. Bron Breakker comes out standing next to him. These two big, just muscle meat men look fantastic as a tag team. Just look absolutely unstoppable. Just incredible as they walk down to the ring. These are two fellas that you do not want to go up against. One's a young buck that's got speed behind him. The other dude's just an absolute ball of muscle and meat that if he jumps on you, he's just going to squash you flat. And I just hope he keeps jumping on you and jumping on you and jumping on you. I absolutely love it, guys. This whole match, to me, was just like masterminds, pure talent, the best of the best, doing everything that they know how to do in the ring, talking to each other, working with each other, storytelling at its finest. This young, speed-driven buck of Bron Breakker just running back and forth on the ropes and then just clubbing you down. I love it, guys. It was awesome. Sami Zayn also coming back with the fight. Jey Uso coming in, do what he needs to do. Just storytelling at its finest. We did see Sami Zayn then towards the end jump over the top rope and get caught by the two big meat muscle men. To me, that was awesome. Bronson Reed just seemed like he just grabbed Sami Zayn just out of the air and was like, yeah, so what? And then we see Jey Uso come through with the suicide dive onto them all and lay them all out. Oh, what a fantastic spot. It was so good to me. I was like, that was fantastic. And then all of a sudden, boom! Stomp. No, sorry guys, so excited. The curb stomp. There's curb stomp from Seth Rollins. We all knew that Seth Rollins was going to come out at some stage and he was going to stomp someone's head, and he did so in Jey Uso. Awesome. These three muscle-bound meat men just standing back with the camera on them. I love this trio, guys. I absolutely love this trio. More on that a little bit later on. It's just how much that I love this trio. Moving on to the next match, if we can, please, guys. So the next match came, the next video promo came about. Sorry, jumping ahead too quickly. The next video promo came about, which was Liv Morgan, then I would say talking to Finn Balor about Roxanne Perez now coming into the new Judgment Day. Now, I said it before and I say it again. I love this side of Finn Balor. We know Finn Balor is an absolute superstar. We can see that the demon, that he's always in the background whenever he's got it there. So it's something that he can fall back on. I'm just hoping that Finn Balor isn't getting pushed into the background by the Judgment Day that's happening right now. I want a little bit more from Finn, but I'm more than happy to wait for it too. Liv Morgan is obviously a bit PO'd, wondering what's going on with Roxanne. Will we see a Liv Morgan versus Roxanne Perez match? I'd love to see that, guys, because I think it'd be a banger of a match. I'm more than happy to say that I think Liv Morgan versus Roxanne Perez in a steel cage match. Would love to see that, guys. Absolutely love to see that. Do you guys agree with me? Leave a comment below. Just let me know if you do agree with that. Let's move on if we shall, please. So the next match that we had was Raquel Rodriguez versus Kairi Sane. Now, Kairi Sane seemed like she disappeared for quite some time there. Rodriguez has always been in the picture. Rodriguez is a women's tag team champions with Liv Morgan. Now, I love that these two are the tag team champions. I absolutely love it. I think their in-ring work is just phenomenal together, and they suit, and I can kind of tell that they're genuine best friends in real life. Something that I do not like, though, is that they don't defend the belts across NXT, across Raw, across SmackDown on a regular basis. To me, in my opinion, guys, if there's only one women's tag team belts, I believe that it should be defended, if not every week or every other week across all three shows. To me, I love Liv Morgan and Rodriguez, I do, but I'd really like to see the women's tag team belts on a real young, fresh, hot crew or women or team, whatever you want to call it, that wants to make their mark. Liv Morgan has already cemented herself into it. Rodriguez already cemented herself into it. Some of the matches that she's had with Rhea Ripley over the years have just been incredible. If you guys haven't seen them, go back to the old school NXT days and you'll see just masterminds at work of what they're doing. But at the same time, going back to what I'm saying, I'd love to see the tag team belts on a young, fresh, hot group that wants to make their name. Who? I don't know. Guys, put some suggestions in below. I'm thinking a couple of girls maybe from NXT, but we'll touch on that another day. Actually, I think we might do an episode on that, Sharpy. That's what we'll try to do. So, guys, moving back to the match, it was a great match. It was a powerhouse match. Rodriguez just throwing Kairi all the way around the ring. Everything she was doing, she just pretty much got shut down. She was getting caught as she was jumping off the top turnbuckle, just getting slammed down. And then for some reason, we saw Io Sky come out. Guys, I didn't get this. I didn't understand this. I didn't understand why there's a Liv Morgan thing going on with Io Sky. Liv Morgan and Io Sky. Liv, you're a tag team champion. So why are you then going after the women's tag team champion, Io Sky? Now, I'm a big fan of Io Sky. Don't get me wrong. I do love Io. But I don't understand why this is happening right now. And then Kairi got the win. Really liked that Kairi got the win. Love the elbow. The big old elbow as she throws up her whole body and slams her elbow down. I love it. I absolutely love it, guys. I think it's fantastic. I wish she'd use it more often. Maybe off the top of a cage one day. You never know. Throwing that out there, WWE. Okay, guys, it was a great match. Unfortunately, I do think it was a bit of a time filler in there and just trying to pick up on a little bit more of a storyline somewhere else down the track, which I don't really agree with. But at the same time, if I don't really agree with it, I'm still really willing to see what WWE can show us and give to us later on down the track. All right, guys, so moving on to the last match of the night. Sorry, jumping ahead again, which I usually do. I get too excited about these things. So there was a short video package between Jey Uso and Gunther. Now, we know that we're going to see at Money in the Bank Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso versus John Cena and Logan Paul. So to me, in a type of a way, I didn't understand why you were pushing for Gunther versus Jey when Gunther versus Jey is something that's later on down the track. Why wouldn't you push for something that's a little bit more fresh in our minds? Don't get me wrong, the video packages between Jey and Gunther was fantastic. It was absolutely awesome. But I'm kind of feeling like the next time that these two meet up, what more can they really bring? Like maybe Jey does need to get beaten down that little bit more to then have his turnaround and win at the very end. As long as it's not the same as WrestleMania where it's just a bit of a sleeper hold. But that's just my opinion. All right, guys. I feel like I'm dropping off my excitement level. Let's bring it back up if we can to the main event. The triple threat. Oh, dudes, this was a great match. AJ Styles, the phenomenal one, versus El Grande Americano. Am I saying? Chad Gable. Let's just say Chad Gable. Chad Gable and CM Punk. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. AJ Styles comes out as he always does. Rah, throws up his hands, does his thing. Americana was already in the ring. I felt a little bit bad for her. Thought he could use a little bit more like camera time. But it doesn't matter. He is getting their guys slowly up to the main event. Maybe of WrestleMania one day. Still was on the card though. Can't complain. And then CM Punk's music's hit. The whole world, the whole freaking crowd, the whole world goes crazy for this man and what he's been doing over the last 2 years. Absolutely fantastic. Comes out, he looks so focused in what he's doing. Just crazy. Absolutely crazy. You can tell that the man's put a bit of pressure on himself, along with Sammy that's put a bit of pressure on himself too. Let's get to the match, guys. Guys, this match just proves that how world-class that these three gentlemen are in doing what they're doing. The whole match had a storyline to it. Start, middle, and end. Just insane about how world-class that these men are and how good that they are. We had finishers that went into ankle locks and ankle locks that got pulled up into rolling off and then got brought up into a GTS and a GTS then got reversed and then a pin with a backflip and a backflip then with another backflip and it all was happening all in one shot. Fantastic main event. Absolutely awesome. But we always knew the inevitable was going to happen and we always knew that Bronson Reed, Bron Breakker was going to come down to the ring. Guys, bit of back and forth between them. Americano comes out, hits the headbutt on AJ Styles at the very end there. AJ Styles then drops down. Americano goes on to Money in the Bank. I do like that he's getting the spot. Do I think that he's going to win the briefcase? I'll let you guys know in our review maybe one day later on if he's going to win it or what our predictions are. I can't wait for that, guys. I am going to hold off though and do that with Sharpy if I can. So I did want to touch upon these three now powerhouses that are coming out. I love what Seth Rollins is doing. I love what Bronson Reed's doing. I love what Bron Breakker are doing. I love this trio that they've now brought out. You can just tell to me that Seth Rollins is running the show and Paul Heyman's now in the background. When what it was before with Roman Reigns, you always saw Paul Heyman standing next to Roman Reigns. When now you see Paul Heyman standing behind Seth Rollins. Because Seth Rollins is just incredible on the mic. He is, if not the best in the world right now at what he's doing. He's like easily top 2. You would have to say top 2, top 3. I know you guys have got a favourite wrestler out there, so that would be your number 1. But then your number 2, you would have to just think back to everything that this man brings forwards, and you'd have to say, yeah, Seth Rollins is probably number 2 best wrestler in the world because of insert person here is my favourite wrestler, and Seth Rollins is number 2. Now he's teamed up with these young guns of Bronson Reed. SA boys, shout out to you, Bronson Reed. Loved your work, mate. Absolutely awesome. And Bron Breakker. I've always loved Bron Breakker, even from his first match of debut in NXT when he went up against LA Knight and won that match too. Everybody knew that this kid was going to be a superstar. I am loving what this trio is doing, and I hope it stays together for a hell of a lot more longer. I think I could probably do a whole half an hour episode on how well I think these guys are, how good they are, how... I'll stop myself there, guys. I'm just going to go on a massive tirade about how good these guys are. All right, guys, so that's my first episode. I'm wrapping it up just then. Sharpy did tell me to keep it short, but you know I can't help myself, guys. I do love just storytelling, and I do love going down this road that WWE love to take us down. So, guys, this is my first Raw review in my first Raw studio. We're going to say this. What do you guys think of the background? Do you guys like it? It's a little bit more of my personal life. Some of the hobbies that I have. I know you guys love that. You've seen that too. So guys, thank you so much for joining me. This only is going to improve as time goes by. I'm giving it a first shot. I know a lot of you guys have asked for it. So thank you so much for joining me in Ray's Raw first review. Ray's reviews. Let's put it that way. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to WrestleChats over on YouTube. If you haven't done so already, make sure you tell all your friends that are into wrestling, hey, I watch the wrestling along with these 2 other guys. They can be a bit crazy as well. Make sure you tell your friends. Make sure you tell your family. WrestleChats, guys. Thank you so much, guys. Bye for now. Peace.